So it's a general opinion that Kansas is flat and boring, and perhaps you're right. You know, it's justifiable, but you got to feed the country and the nation somehow, right? And it takes farmland to do it. So I guess we can be boring and heroes at the same time. But you also have some areas that just aren't too shabby. Know what I mean? I could do without the windmills in the background, but I'll give you a better shot of this when the sun's higher up. There won't be such a glare in our face there, but anyway, we're going to walk down this hill a little bit. I hope you can hear me over the wind. Where I am is kind of a local legend, and perhaps even beyond local. So I'm not going to get into too many specifics about that. But basically what you have is during the whole westward expansion, the migration, immigrants coming in the country, settling Kansas, the people that built up this property, they were not immigrants in the traditional sense. They came from England pre-wealthy, and they went into the Kansas beef business. You know, that old biz. And if I go too much into it, then people will start to understand more about it, and out of the respect of the property owner, I'm not going to get too far into it. But I'm going to turn you around and show you some of the stuff we got going on here. Here we have a corner post. Anyone local would just about know where I am. But very, very wealthy. And where I wanted to come work today is probably, I could scratch around in here. Oh, I'm going to be in the wind, aren't I? But can't tell, is that a cork top or a screw top? Old stove down there. They're just pitching stuff off the side of the cliff here, you know. Yeah, lots of money. They came in, they built a big house. I'm going to run you around the other side real quick, and we'll show you what that looks like, what's left of it. Yeah, where I wanted to work was in there. I came very unprepared, well, on purpose. I have metal detected here, but it is just about impossible. There's so much tin and junk in the ground. But so we have this cliff edge here, and or butte, bluff, I don't know, the edge of this thing. And oh wow, a lot of damage has been done here. Yeah, there's hardly any brick standing anymore. Let me go around. I just saw a bunch of junk. There's an old cog of some kind. Tire chain. Well, there's got to be all kinds of good stuff in it, but it takes sifting. Okay, yeah, so I am immediately behind the house. Well, actually, I don't know how they came into here, you know, how guests would arrive, but basically we had, I think, 3 or 4 story house, and the bottom level or 2 were, you know, below the grade up there. That was all brick wall, obviously. And then you had a wing coming here and a wing coming there. I think probably like kitchen quarters and so forth on one wing, but it was a big grand looking thing. And then you had a story or two you could access, you know, the top story you would access from the top up there. So very interesting house, interesting history. Like I said, I'm not going to get too much more into it, but just wanted to show you that. Now I wanted to bring a sifter. My big one's like 3 foot square, and I made it out of lumber that's probably 100 years old, because that's what I had. The thing weighs like 50 pounds, so I decided not to bring it. I made for my kids one that was about a foot square, and could not ascertain its whereabouts at this juncture. And that water tank, when I started the video up by those trees on the hill there, next to that water tank, there must have been a windmill there. There's a cistern there, and then there's a pipe you can follow all the way down to here, and then we have another cistern here. So that was their water system. And I don't know if they were, looks like they were heating water here somehow. So that's interesting. They had a way to do it. So the house, the foundation stuff is just up over the hill, and you can see a big old sifter wouldn't have been much use. I probably would have killed myself trying to do it on this hillside here. So I'm just gonna be scratching around. We've gotten some neat and interesting things out of here in the past, obviously loaded with broken glass. I think we've even scratched some whole little bottles out of here. So let's just see what we can find, huh? So some initial things I've laid my hands on. I have no idea what that is. It seems like it says something in the center there, but I can't. I see MAY, but I don't know. The old screen door hinge. I don't know if any of that's worth keeping. Up here I found the Tootle. So that's Tootle makes me think it was probably a kid's overall button or something like that, but who knows? Big old safety pin there. I mean, it's not too exciting, but it's got to be stainless. Don't know that I need to keep that either. I would say it really needs to rain. Why don't we go farther down and see what's washed down the hill here. That would have been an oldie right there, yeah. I don't know if that's a battery. I'm not sure what that is. That might be just a lid. Huh, I think it's the back of a watch. Well, it might have watch parts in it, actually. Yeah. A little bearing of some sort. Oh, there's a little pearly button. There's something round. Another overall button, I guess. It's another little tootle. The tootle. Okay. That's cool. Okay, I just pulled up kind of a beautiful little spigot, really. Fancy. And then I saw up here something. Looks like we got a token. Put this thing in my pocket real quick. Golden Rule Cash Store. Won't tell you where. Gives the name of a nearby town, and I can't tell. I think good for 10 cents in trade. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's going in the pocket. Definitely. Any more? Well, I'll let you know. Okay, I'm going to jump down in the next little crevasse. That was the glass and metals crevasse, and I guess this is the tin can crevasse. I don't know. I don't know why I'm even saying it like that. What's that? Oh, ooh, fancy little, a little tiny suspenders clasp. A more modern one, obviously. You know, I think this thing has been picked over so many times by the locals. There's just, as far as at least bottles go, that there just isn't much left. Wow, that must have been a big old lantern or something. There are tops to a lot of neat bottles, but everything's broken, you know. Got a matching set of, what do you think, curtain rod deals or something? I don't know. Somebody's rotten tooth. I sure hope that was an animal. Alright, I'm standing in the center of what I believe was a garage, you know, probably added on turn of the century or so. I don't know exactly when these red blocks came into fashion, and the sand plums have took over this place, so I can't get too involved here, unfortunately, but got a tiny little valve. Some things I'm finding. Is that a torch tip stuck in lead? Huh. Okay. Anyway, just to give you an idea of kind of the things I'm scraping up. You know, we got more big old spigots, little tiny spigots. Where was that? Neat little grease zerk. You like tack or screw onto something. You know, I don't know what so much of this is. It'd almost be worth it to me to come in and completely clear this foundation off. We got a pack rat nest here. We got to be careful. This is definitely rattlesnake country, so I probably shouldn't stay in the middle of this pile of blocks too long. Know what I mean? I'll take a walk down to the bottom with you, down by the old cottonwoods down there. Then I'll probably come up back towards the house foundation, look over a few bare spots, see if I can spot anything, and then we'll go. Be fun to send a dirt bike straight due east there, you know, just send it. See how far I could fly off and crack my head open. Be awesome. Bunch more glass down here. I don't know why they were throwing stuff this direction too. Just open the window, mama, and I'll take the garbage out, kind of thing, I guess. Out of sight, out of mind. Take our cow path here. I spooked a whole herd of does, white-tailed does, when I drove in, clear at the gate, so wouldn't be surprised to find them around here. Now the only bad part is I have to climb back up that hill. But I've detected, you know, thinking, hey, this would have been a great place for cowboys to hang out and so forth. I've detected all around down here. Never really found much. That must have been an old cottonwood. When the bark gets this thick, yeah, that's an oldie. Let me show you a piece of bark. The bark becomes lumber in itself, you know. I mean, that's 3 inches thick. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know if there's much to see down here other than these burrs and a dry creek bed. Got a little foundation, or I don't know what they were making, a little, maybe they had a water tank. They were damming up the creek a little bit and making a pond, who knows. But I have walked far and wide through this valley, and there's some concrete foundations out there, you know, must have been outbuildings for cattle or horses or who knows what. A few very early car parts sitting around. Nothing worth salvaging. We'll walk around the hill here and go back towards the house foundation. It is most definitely time to take the jacket off. If I remember right, there's a little baby buggy in the middle of the... Yeah, I think I can see the handle sticking up there above the grass. That's where your house would have been. Big old 3 or 4 story structure sitting right there. What did I grab? That's the big back of oatmeal cream pies. I knew I'd need a little a little something after doing that for several hours, but I didn't mean to get that. Huh, it says double decker right on it. Whoops. I feel really guilty about it. So I'm on my way home and just thought I'd bring you around to another place. See, that first place I've tried to make a video a couple times and just never feel like, oh man, I don't know. Let's see, we got a lot of calves, so I guess I can come in here. No bulls. Yeah, I've never been able to find anything that great, and so every video turns out like this one did. You know, I find stuff, but it's not wow kind of thing. So anyway, I thought I'd bring you here too, but these guys are kind of I'm outnumbered is what I'm saying. Not that there's much to see, but I've metal detected around this house too, and I just didn't find too much good stuff, but I wanted to show you the old house. So I've got spurs that jingle jangle jingle. Oh man. Got a nice little house here, do you? Yeah, you don't need to get worried. I'm not gonna steal your hay. Neat old shingles on the side there. Calm down. Why? Staircase went up to the second story there. Kind of sad. There's the old cellar. I think I got some really old jars out of that. I've got spurs that jingle, jingle, jingle. Probably me too dark to see anything. Still a bunch of jars down there. You see that? The broken Coke bottle. Well, I'll go back around through the back of the house again, since everyone's kind of, I'm feeling a little self-conscious here. Nobody likes me, so I'll go back this way so the whole herd doesn't have to run again. I just don't want them to all rush the electric fence and break it down, because I am not going to try to herd 100 calves back into a corral. Okay, I'm gonna go around this way, and we got the Dottie house over here. No, I don't know what it is. I guess I'll be a trailblazer. Be digging weed seed out of my pockets for months. All right. Oh, this has really fallen down since I was here last. Yeah, I don't know that this room was collapsed like this. Let's see if I can get through here. Yikes. Yeah, she's coming down. She is coming down. I don't know if I can find my car again. Got a 60s era Dr. Pepper bottle broken to pieces. So they knew what was good, that's for sure. I'm not going to step on that floor. Yeah, so anyway, got another little shed right here. My car's on the other side of these trees. A lot of broken pop bottles here. Oh, there's an old knee-high. Jefferson City, Missouri. Boy, that came a long way. Okay guys, I'm gonna play Daniel Boone and get back to my car, and I will see you at home.
Not that I believe he drove a car, you know. I think history would bear out that he drove a Willys Jeep or a Model T or something. I don't know. Anyway, just, you've seen all this, just a brief glimpse of everything I brought home and half the stuff I'm not sure why I did, other than to have something to show for myself. Interestingly, this handle, whatever it belongs to, says patented May 15, 1880, 85, 88, something like that. I don't know if I could, well, I can't even discern the year clearly. I was going to say, I don't know if I could look up patents by an exact date and find that on something, but nevertheless, if you know, if anyone out there knows what that's for, I'd be interested in knowing. Very ornate little gas lighting valve, I imagine. And then we found the tootle buttons and I can't even read that one. Rivet, suspender clasp, watch case, couple buttons. I don't know if that was from a curtain rod or what that was. Who knows? I thought I'd show you some things from the past that had been found at that site. Also got most of a light gas light fixture. I think I found that in that area of that daybed where that thing was sitting. Got a cool little rosette, I imagine, from a horse harness. One of my boys, when we were all there, I clearly haven't cleaned anything up. Found broken specs there, you know, pretty cool. Couple more buttons. Test. And can't read that with the naked eye there, you know. Another item found by my son. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you to see that. There's kind of an Egyptian motif. A silhouette of a lady looking left there. Anyway, just some various inkwell bottles, little tiny bottles, jar lids. Looks like silver or silver plate spoons. You know, I don't find much. Like I said, I know there's more there. Oh, here's kind of a fancy little brooch type of deal. Maybe they had a picture in there. I don't know what they would have had in there. But found that in that trash pile area too. What I do find has every evidence of, let's say they had the nothing but the best, right? You know, they had very ornate, fancy things, which is why I'm sure there's got to be more. There's got to be coins there. There's got to be other stuff there, but I just haven't gotten onto it yet. So, other than I know I don't have them here, I know I have more tokens from that place, at least 2 or 3. I must have them inside in little coin sleeves in a book or something, or a display case, because they're not in here. So that's it. Thank you so much for coming along. I want you guys to know that everywhere I go on a video like this, I do have permission for. So both places I had permission. But it was kind of funny, just immediately after I shut off my camera, getting back to my car at the second place with all the tall weeds, I heard a four-wheeler. And it would be the grandson of the owner of the property, who I have permission from Grandpa, you know, the man that owns it. He was checking those calves, and he came across the field on a four-wheeler. So before I could even, he had a chance to see me or I could come out through the weeds, he was already in the cow pen, circling, looking at them, and I was like, oh no. Now my car was kind of, way back in that driveway with the tall weeds. He had no clue I was there. So I really stood there and was like, man, do I walk through and spook the kid and let him know I was there? It just turned into an awkward thing, and eventually he just went back the way he had come from. So that goes to tell you, you never know. If you don't have permission and you start walking around on other people's land, especially hunting season, right now we're moving into deer season here in Kansas, and I should tell you a story sometime. The next Humble Mechanic, I will try to remember to tell you a story of a belligerent landowner when I wasn't even on his property. So, that would be the November issue 2023 if you're watching this much later, if you want to hear that story. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one.